population of 750, and it's obviously a pretty old-fashioned practice. You look after people 24 hours a day, do everything for them, deliver their children, you help them when they're dying in 24 hours a day. So there aren't many doctors who sort of work in that sort of way anymore. I've learned Gaelic and I speak with most of my patients at this sort of age in Gaelic, and I'm very interested in sort of songs and stories and the landscape and the general history of the old days, and that's given me quite a big connection with the older people. And often people who've got a sort of earlier stage dementia, you can talk to them in Gaelic, they're more familiar with it, and that sort of historical thread is quite useful for connecting with people's past lives. We have a dementia service, but we're covered by a general psychiatrist who delivers psychiatric care to all adults. So that's relatively unusual. He's not specialist in dementia. To go through a proper dementia workup, you need to go to Oban for a brain scan, which in some cases with people in this situation is relatively difficult. The dementia, there's an Alzheimer's Scotland worker who comes out here, and there has been sometimes a CPN with special training in dementia who's come out here, but these visits are relatively few, and certainly we would feel fairly remote from best practice.
We have access to all the assistive technology that is available on the mainland. The only difference about here is that you don't have a community alarm response team. You rely on neighbours and friends and family to respond if people have got alarms. So that is a difference. There's not a dedicated team to respond. So it often comes down to the nurses and doctors. If there's something does go wrong, the family can't help, they've got to come out and help. Whereas on the mainland you would have a team of social workers or social work assistants.
Is there a barrier to going to secondary care because we live on an island? And also there's a physical barrier and the time barrier, but we're pretty lucky here, got good air services, we're relatively close to Glasgow, so you can usually get people into a big hospital in a couple of hours. So if someone's physically ill, and the services in Glasgow are very good. I've just worked in Col for a couple of weeks, and they aren't allowed to refer to the main hospital in Glasgow, Queen Elizabeth, because of the postcode. We're PA77, they're PA78, and if they phone the QE, they say you're not allowed to refer to us, you've got to go to Paisley, which is a fine district general hospital, but many people would prefer to go to the new hospital. So that's postcode lottery in action, and so Col, just down the road, goes to Oban by ferry and then to Paisley, whereas we fly to Glasgow.
Problem in providing home care in the island, and not just here, is recruitment, it's getting staff who are prepared to undertake that role job. I mean, we've reached crisis point in the community this week with carers. One went off sick, and that was just it, trying to scrabble to find people to go out and support, and we were at the stage of maybe phoning families and saying we're not going to be able to provide such and such a visit. So it's making us all stop and think, how can we prevent this in the future?
It's certainly true that things like macular degeneration, which need repeated injections in the eye, for example, it's very challenging to go. I've got patients who do go every month for long treatment, but I've had more patients who say I can't be bothered to go to Glasgow. That flight and staying overnight and then coming back and having to take somebody with me, I'm not going to go. So one of the things I talk about, the barriers of peripherality, is people elect not to have treatment, even though it's available, because it's too arduous to go there, and the older and frailer and the more cognitively challenged you are, the more likely you are to withdraw from treatment in that situation. The great strength that we've got in the small community is the community strength, cohesiveness, and the fact that the primary care team and other professionals know people extremely well. So it's a very transparent community. You know what's happening much more than in a lot of other places. So people are well cared for. That's a great strength.